Hello, girls and gays. Welcome back to the pod.
This is Keeping in Touch with
Your host, Chia.
and Bug.
And today, in this lovely sunset, we are going to be telling you guys.
Gotta keep the trend going.
In this beautiful setting.
It's idyllic.
It's beautiful.
Monet came here once.
We are going to tell you how to be a cool person.
That's true. That's true.
So, shall we just fucking get into it? Or
I think so, but I think we should separate into two topics. There's the external factors and then there's the internal factors. Because a lot goes into what is categorized as cool or being cool.
Yeah.
Because I think there's that stereotypical TV cool kid that you see a lot, and it's but in real life that doesn't exist.
Right.
The actual people you find cool in real life are
kind of
they're strange.
Yeah.
It's that you know what I mean? It's that whole thing of you need to be effortlessly cool, but it's all the people I think are cool are some of the biggest tryhards I've ever met.
Yeah, I agree.
That's okay.
And they're passionate and they care
cool.
about things. I think number one, care about things.
I mean,
find what you care about.
Do we want to start with external things that we think are cool?
I think we should start internal and then do external.
Oh, okay.
Because internal is what matters most.
Is the truth.
The truth of the matter.
The real shit.
Yes.
But yeah, it's number one, I would say try your best to not hate yourself.
That's a hard task.
That's it's the hardest one, but the second you kind of crack that nut, not gonna lie, it gets really fucking easy to be cool.
But then that could be a whole nother episode, how to not hate yourself. Do you have any advice for how to not hate yourself or how to love yourself more?
Well, I think it's the hardest thing that, for me, when I was young and I was super insecure and I fucking hated everything about myself. It was very strange because it was during COVID that all that stuff kind of got deprogrammed because
I think COVID helped a lot of people. Because
it literally took me out of the environment where I was comparing myself to girls I wasn't every single moment of every single day. I would go to class. Even
online? When you were locked in your house online, it didn't affect you?
During COVID, I stopped being exposed or seeing the cool behaviors or the cool outfits or the cool body type or the cool makeup at school every day. I stopped seeing that all the time and being oh, I'm not that, so I can't be cool. And by literally having to stay home during COVID and seeing everyone in their pajamas on Google Maps, Google Meets, but seeing everyone on Google Meets in their pajamas, not giving a fuck, I was oh wait, everyone's human. Yeah. And it became this thing where these people I had idolized in high school or thought I was way too cool to ever even be looked at by them, or you know what I mean? It wasn't that extreme, but it was very much I'm nothing because I'm not you. I'm not cool because I'm not you.
I think Sana and I have had very different high school experiences and just experiences in terms of self-love and self-confidence our whole lives. We've been on very different trajectories.
Yeah, because we live in reverse.
We live in reverse, yeah, honestly. Because my whole upbringing, I have always been very confident. Let's not mistake external confidence with inner self-esteem, because I think I've always had crazy self-esteem issues, but I always came across as confident because I was confident in who I was and my personality.
You can project confidence with
I've just always been
ease.
very extroverted, and I love putting myself out there, but that doesn't negate feelings of low internal self-worth. It's just your behavior. So I think the phrase "fake it till you make it" is very legitimate, and I think a lot of people
fully what I did,
utilize it.
Because I experienced what everyone that knew me pre this happening and post it happening called a full total 180 glow up. And that happened to me when I was 19, your age. I was not any type of hip or cool or well dressed or confident anything. I was shy. I hid in my hair. I couldn't talk. I was so introverted, people thought I hated them on nights out because I wouldn't start conversation or I just look at them and not say anything. All these people that I grew up hanging around with, I found out that they all thought I hated them because I was just quiet and shy. And then I went to London for a month. Sadly, I will not lie because everyone's what's your secret? And this is a very sad one, but the truth is
male validation.
They say you don't need it. You really don't need it.
You don't need
but
it.
When you grow up insecure your whole life because you're not seen as attractive by the people you are into, and then you suddenly get that, that does change things.
It's like a mind shift for sure.
Like, I will say,
Mindset
like,
shift.
the male validation I got was not crazy. It's not like someone fell in love with me. It was very much like, oh, you're hot. And I thought they were hot. And I took that and I was like, oh, you gave me a dime. And what I just kept doing was investing in myself. Some people couldn't have taken the measly shit that man gave me and made it into the very intense self-love and confidence I have. But I took that little bit, that literally was just the tiniest bit of momentum, and I started running. Because during, like, I was like on the tangent I was before, during COVID, the biggest thing I realized, which I think was the first step to me becoming actually confident and like into myself as a human being, my first realization was, I remember like looking in the mirror one day, like in pajamas while doing online school, and my brain just went, wow, you're not ugly. It wasn't you're beautiful, it just wasn't you're ugly. It was just, you're not ugly. Like, my brain didn't go as far as calling me pretty. It just went, but you're not that. So there was like a new bedrock set of like, oh, suddenly I'm not calling myself ugly anymore. So the only thing I can do really is build up from there, now that I've crossed that out. And then when I got my teeny little dime of male validation when I was 19, I basically went, fuck it. I'm tired of being quiet. I'm tired of being scared of myself. I'm tired of hating myself. I am cool, I am funny, and I'm beautiful.
You are.
And
you
I
are
dress
all those
well.
things.
And like, but it was like it just hit me all at once, and I was like, oops, there's a bunch
there
of
are
bugs.
Loads of bugs. Sorry,
but,
the things we do for you guys.
But like, it's like all those things hit me like a truck the second I decided it doesn't matter what people think. It doesn't matter if you think I'm loud. I just had a good conversation. It doesn't matter if you think I'm embarrassing. I just had the best time dancing. Like, it's that thing of like, you need to just live for yourself.
For sure, I think that is 100% true. And also just like knowing that you can never make someone see you a certain way, so you might as well give up trying.
Like, yeah, if someone's not gonna like you,
people are gonna see you however the hell they want to see you. You cannot influence that.
No.
Like, you just have to stay true to, as corny as it sounds, stay true to yourself. Beat to your, like, what is the phrase? Beat to your own drum.
Yeah, march to your own beat.
Whatever, but yeah, because whatever people see you as is a projection of like themselves.
March to the beat of your own drum.
Right. Thank you. Thank you. Because whenever someone sees you a certain way, it's all a projection of what they feel internally, because
everyone is so self-absorbed.
Yeah.
If you think someone is looking at you in public, I can assure you they're just like probably looking at the reflection behind you somehow. Or they're thinking very loudly in their brain and didn't realize their eyes are aimed at you. And if they are looking at you, I'm sure they're just thinking, I wonder what they think of me. The second you get that and you just understand everyone is just
everyone's just trying to deal with their own shit, like
everyone's in their own world,
exactly, all the time.
Like, that's okay, and it's okay for you to build your own and for it to be like made of fucking cupcakes and sparkles or like death metal music and like goth makeup. It doesn't matter. Like, whatever that is, that
whatever feels
happy,
true to you,
like feels authentic. And you don't.
Authenticity is the number one thing, I think. Integrity,
that makes you cool.
Integrity and authenticity, like, those are two of the like
coolest
traits ever.
Things you can be.
Yeah.
If you are authentic, truly, I don't think it's really possible for at least me to make fun of you. I can say, oh, I don't like them,
or I disagree, but like, at least you're doing you, and I can respect that.
Hey, bro, like,
I will always respect that.
That's them.
Yeah.
And they're not hiding at all. That's just them being authentically themselves.
And when you are
authentic, like it, but I fucking respect it.
Yeah,
and that's cool.
If you are authentically yourself and you don't like sway to other people's desires or beliefs or projections, people who are meant for you will find you.
That's a big thing.
Because why would you want a bunch of friends or a bunch of people to think of you a certain way when it's not actually who you are?
Because that's exhausting.
It's exhausting. You're putting on a mask. And
like,
that sucks.
The tism, bro.
The tism.
But like, it's so, like, when I was insecure and shy in high school, everything that made me insecure, it was just, I was hiding. It was like I would buy clothes that hid my body. I grew my hair long to hide my face. I did all these things. None of those things were highlighting who I was as a person. They were all in an effort to hide who I was.
Yeah.
And of course I wasn't fucking cool, because I was hiding everything that made me unique. And the second I was like, wait a second, my face, yeah, it's unconventional, but it's beautiful. And obviously not everyone's gonna like every face, because Sana, you don't like every face.
Exactly.
So duh.
Yeah.
Like, it's that thing of like where you start to get in your head and be like, but what if people don't like me? No. It's like, well, you have to kind of turn in on yourself and be like, well, you don't like everyone.
You're not for everybody, and not everybody is for you. And once you accept that, I think you can go living with a lot more peace of mind.
Yeah, and like the second you're just like, okay, let's sit down and get to know who I actually am. Like, what are things that I've either, like, maybe there are things you've just convinced yourself you like but don't actually like. Like, that's a big one.
I think you need to get to a certain point where you just sit down with yourself and you try to figure out what you believe and what you actually care about and what you like and what you value. I think another thing that makes someone remarkably cool is when they create their own value system and live by that.
Yeah.
Because, you know, not everyone is going to live the same life. And once you figure out what actually matters to you and you prioritize those things, that, and you like show up as that version of yourself, that's so awesome.
Yeah. Like, I've always, like, it was, the second I was just like, wait, fuck it, I'm confident now. A big part of that was just fake it till you make it. Like, people were like, oh, like, you didn't just wake up one day and you were confident. I was like, no, I was. Because I woke up one day and I decided I was confident. Whether I was confident or not doesn't matter, because I acted like it. And eventually, I don't know when, it just became true. Like, I have been confident since I was 19. I've started investing in myself since I was 19. I started looking at all the things that made me me. Like, what's the music I actually like? What are the movies I actually like? What do I actually like doing? Like, I went clubbing when my whole life I'd been convinced I hated going out because I'd only experienced one type of going out. And then I went dancing and I was like,
dancing
am
in
I
London.
A club girl? Yeah. And then it's like you find out that there's so many different ways you can do everything. You're sold one version of events through media and social media and all these things, and you just think it has to look like that or it's not going to be good. I have to look like that to be that. Yeah. And it's like, that's just so untrue, because that's one person. Yeah. And it's not,
one like mold or ideal.
Yeah, it's just one type. And it's just like, of course you're not going to fit in it. We weren't built to fit molds. We were just born to exist. And
you need to curate your own existence. Like, literally embrace the difference, like, of your existence.
Yeah, it's being authentically yourself. And for me, it's embracing all the things that make you unique. Like,
so what do you think makes you unique?
Well, like, physical traits, I have a bunch. It's like, I know my eyes and my eyebrows are really strange, and like, I know my hair, like, they're just like not the usual,
I guess. But I guess standards,
I love them.
Yeah, I guess standards vary. Like,
it's just like, oh, okay, like, I guess my eyes are unique in that, like, they're really big, and people point that out to me, and it's like, oh, I realize that's a thing. That and it's the same with my eyebrows. I get lots of compliments on my eyebrows and my hair. It's like, oh, that's a thing. I like that. That's a cool feature of mine that I really like.
Dark
like,
Norwegian features.
It's just like, hey, that's special, maybe. And then like, but these were things that I like. The girls in high school I idolized didn't have. So obviously, I was never gonna look like them because I don't have those features. And just because a few girls do, doesn't mean every girl needs to. And you need to find your own unique way of feeling beautiful and find the things that you think are the most beautiful thing about you. That's why I wear like eye makeup, because I'm like, look at my fucking eyes.
Yeah, draw attention to
I
the
love
things that
my
make
eyes.
you
Look
unique.
at them. Look at all the care I put into making me look at my eyes. And it's like, I got my eyebrow piercing because I love my eyebrows. And I'm like,
the eyebrow piercing.
Look at my fucking eyebrow. And like, these are things that's like, oh, it's cool to have an eyebrow piercing. It's like, oh, but like, you build out all these things and you find the cool things that suit you and make you actually feel fucking cool. Because without it, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I think you have to be cool, you have to get to a certain point where you learn how to exist as freely and as authentically as possible. And like, don't be afraid of who you are or showing people who you are, because as I said, if you show people who you truly are, you will attract the right people to you, the
Yeah,
people
because
that
they'll
love
want
you.
to know you.
Yeah, the people that love you and the people that like you for who you are, as opposed to doing something different in order to
Performing
appease,
for people that only
appease
like
more
you in a
people.
character.
Yeah, and that is like, so that's not the one. That's not the way. So
that's not it for you, babe.
No.
Keep looking. Get back out there. Like, it's very, like, I always think about like high school me who was insecure and shy and all those things, and I feel so sad because I look back at photos. We are the same person.
Yeah.
I just had longer hair. But I was just as beautiful then. It was just I couldn't see it then.
Yeah.
And I would say if you're stuck in that insecure thing, it's like you can literally knock yourself out of it. Just wake up and decide you're confident and basically gaslight yourself. Like, just do that. Like, wake up.
If you have to look in the dude, okay, one of my friends, she had this mirror in the flat that she lived in, and she literally wrote on the mirror all these affirmations like, I am beautiful, I am loved. And so whenever she would look in the mirror, she would associate herself with those things, her reflection with those things. And if that is what it takes for you to like feel better or feel confident, like, just affirm to yourself. And like, it takes time, because if you've lived for years believing that you're less than or that you're not cool,
it's gonna take time to
deprogram and rewire your thinking. But a beautiful thing exists called neuroplasticity, and so you are not stuck in your thinking. You can change it. It just takes time and it takes effort.
Yeah, and it's just like, yeah, just commit to it. Like, if you have to think of it as a joke, think of it as a joke. A big thing for me is I will say the most egotistical, crazy bitch, self-centered lines. And I say them, like, with an ironic tone, because it's funny to be like, well, of course you're happy. I'm the best person in the world, and I just showed up.
Yeah.
When you start talking like an egomaniac, obviously you need to rein it in so people know you're not being insane, fucking for real, and you're not a narcissist. But if you just actually start, like, that's a big thing. Replace the self-deprecation,
I was about to say,
with the self-inflation.
Yeah.
Because the second you walk into a party, it's like, ugh, of course everyone's looking at me. I'm the most attractive
beautiful person in this room.
Like, and you say that and you announce that to the room. Not only are people gonna fucking laugh because you're fucking ridiculous, but it's also like, you didn't just say, oh yeah, everyone's looking at me, like, yeah, fucking loser just walked in the room.
Yeah, or like, oh my god, no one's gonna talk to me here because I'm so quiet and I'm so shy. Like, okay, it is my belief that there is lowest of keys truth behind every joke. So if you are constantly making self-deprecating jokes, it shows that you actually believe those things about yourself on some level. So instead,
I don't let my friends make self-deprecating jokes.
I stopped making self-deprecating jokes maybe 6 years ago.
No, but like, if anyone, even a stranger, makes a joke like that in front of me, I'm just like, I didn't find that funny. Say something else.
Yeah, I don't like when people talk down about themselves, especially if you're my friend, because obviously I see you
so adore you.
I see you so highly.
That's my friend you're talking about.
Yeah, why are you talking shit about yourself like that? I see you so highly, so why don't you see yourself the way I see you? Dude, if you could just see yourself the way that the people love you see you, you would be infinitely happier.
Exactly.
Because they don't see you for your insecurities or your what's the word? Not your insecurities, not your like drawback, like whatever.
Like your flaws?
Your flaws, sure. If flaws exist, but
they do, in my opinion.
You think so?
There are definitely things that I think are flawed. They're not bad.
I think character traits, there are certain ones that are flawed.
Exactly.
For sure.
Like, I think there are like flaws, but I don't think they are necessarily bad.
My point is, if you see your friends for what the fuck was I saying? I'm very distracted.
We should pause,
right now.
Okay. It's noise anyway.
We're back. We had to take a little intermission because
don't mind us. We are in public.
We are in public, and there are people skimming rocks, which is very cute.
It's so cute.
Anyway,
so if you hear rocks in the back, that's people having some joie de vivre.
Exactement.
Joie de vivre.
Anyway, if you see yourself the way the people that love you see you, I think you should just you should see yourself for that.
We have a little rock sucker. POV.
Childlike joy. Oh, that's another way to be cool. Implement some childlike joy and wonder and
No,
whimsy
I had
into
to
your
coach
life.
one of my friends into having whimsy.
It's a beautiful thing, and it'll make you
if you have
infinitely
some
cooler.
whimsy and actually believe good things are gonna happen to you, and like, I know it's like hard. Like everyone has different belief systems. Like that's also a different like part of you that is very individual and personal. But if you just genuinely, whether you're spiritual, atheist, religious, doesn't matter. Like if you just genuinely like go out, wake up, and be like, good things are gonna happen to me today, and even if they fucking don't, believe that they will tomorrow. And like I have so much fucking whimsy.
Yeah.
This is why when I roll up to the function, people get happy.
Yeah.
Because I'm fucking happy. I'm happy to be there. So why wouldn't the people I'm showing up for
be happy as well?
Yeah. Like emotions all like impart onto themselves. Like if you have a very negative energy, of course people are gonna kind of start feeling negative about you.
Yeah, and that's not cool. You don't want to be a negative Nancy. I think another thing that cool people do is they don't really complain. They're not really. I don't think I know.
Like you
anyone...
have some like I'm down for a good wine every once in a while.
Being
like,
a hater, being a hater is fine.
That's different, but we're not complaining.
No. Some people complain about their state of being and just it's constant negative energy, and that's not the one.
I think it's okay to like get down on something and be like, oh, that like this thing happened and it fucking sucked, and like you're allowed to have this conversation because that's a conversation.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's not like, oh, I don't like this place. Like it's dark. Like they don't have like their drinks are bad.
Constantly complaining.
Like if someone's doing that, I like of course you want to fucking leave.
Kill them. Yeah.
You want yeah, it's like I don't want to be around you because I'm not thinking about how good the drink is or how good the lighting is, or
I just wanted to have a good time with you, bro. Like
I'm having fun.
Yeah.
With the things at my disposal, in my control. I can't control how the fucking drinks taste.
You can't control the weather.
Lights look like. That is not within our like. If you're on a night out and you get fucking rained on and it ruins your hair's ruined. It doesn't matter. Have fun. Have fun with your hair wet.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Like take photos that make you look like a wet rat, because that's gonna be a happy memory. Make that a happy memory. Because I can assure you, looking like trash, laughing your ass off with your friends
it's gonna mean more to you than you complaining about the state of events that didn't go down the way you expected.
And not only that, I'm sure if anyone saw you, and whether they have internal shit that makes them go, oh, that's so cringe, I can assure you they're fucking jealous that they don't get to have as much carefree fun.
Or they don't have the confidence to let loose like that. That's something I don't think cringe... Okay, well, actually, I think cringe does exist, but I don't think
it's the way we define it in media.
I think, like, if you are willing to... If the things that make you happy are kind of cringe, like being loud with your friends in public, or dancing in public, or filming in public, or doing anything you want, as long as you're not harming anyone, just do you, bro. And that's like the key, like honestly.
Yeah, don't let anyone make you do less.
And don't let anyone make you feel small or like you should be less than.
No.
You're allowed to be big. Like you are meant to be here. You're meant to be here. Take up space, bro.
Yeah, like that was one of the biggest lessons. Like one of the rules I made for myself when I was faking it till I make it, I was like, no. Be so big that when you walk into the fucking room, no one can ignore you.
Yeah.
Take up space. Like,
be loud. Talk about what you believe and talk about what you care about. Like, show up authentically and don't be embarrassed of yourself. Be proud of the things you care about and who you are.
Into, like, once you're confident and you've done all that work and you know what your values are and you are living authentically and you know what makes you cool and you're working on those things, and if you have like flaws, you can look them in the face and be like, it doesn't make me less of a human being. I just need to work on that. And the second you start doing that, it means when you show up for other people, you have so much more to give, because you're not taking away from yourself all the time. You actually just are like the fucking metaphor, like you keep filling your own cup. Because if you keep filling your own cup, it means when you pour into others, there's overflow.
There's overflow.
You just keep getting, like, if you keep investing in yourself, that's never going to hurt the people around you if you are doing it in a way that is not harmful or like impacting other people or at the cost of other people.
And going back to the thing where you said embrace positivity and just try to have as good vibes as possible, show up with warm, welcoming energy, make people feel comfortable, make people feel at ease, make people feel heard, instead of showing up with negative energy where you're just like complaining. A lot of the time, people, in my experience, when they're like complaining, they complain about themselves. Like, they complain about the things they don't like about themselves, and it's like no one really fucking cares, and no one really wants to hear that.
And also, I wouldn't have fucking noticed.
Yeah, I wouldn't have noticed unless I'm like, till you brought it up. Like, now I'm noticing, bitch. Like, good job.
It's like,
whoa, what is that? Oh,
it's a bug.
I thought it was like an airplane.
Like, yeah, like a huge thing
in the sky.
No, but like it's like think of the people you think are cool, and like think of the people you get excited to see when you go out, or the people you get excited to see when you go to work, or the people you get excited to see
when you go
in
to
your
school.
everyday fucking life.
Yeah.
Who are those people? And what do you think actually makes them cool? Because I can assure you it's not her fucking skirt size.
Yeah.
I can assure you it's the fact that she smiles when you say hi, or the fact that the way she laughs at a joke,
or the fact that she's fucking hilarious.
That is what actually makes you look forward to seeing that person.
We don't really care that like when you go to a club, like you're struggling to find someone to kiss. Like that's not what I see you as. I don't see you as someone who's lacking. I see you as like a beautiful whole person. So when you come to me and complain about all your insecurities, it makes me fucking annoyed because I adore you. So why do you see yourself that way?
Yeah, it's very tiring, and it's like, and like when you're surrounded by people that do that,
it's draining. It's fucking draining.
Like you'll leave being like, I'm fucking exhausted. I just spent 3 hours fighting a losing battle.
Yeah, trying to console someone who's inconsolable. Because ultimately, when it comes to are you good?
Something's like in the back of my throat. Like
when it comes to confidence, true confidence is bred through self-validation. And if you keep trying to find confidence through external validation, you'll just be miserable like forever.
Because you're never gonna get something that's satisfying enough. Because you keep raising the bar.
Yeah.
Because you keep being like, I'll be happy when this person likes me.
Yeah.
And then that person likes you, and you're like, well, okay, maybe no, I'll like myself when that person likes me.
Yeah. I'll be happy when they love me, when I know I'm lovable via someone else.
Like a big one for me, like this one's like might be triggering, but like when I was younger, I'd be like, oh, you'll be happy when you're skinny. Like what was I fucking on? No, I'm not gonna be happy when I'm skinny. I'm gonna be happy when I'm happy.
Happy, healthy, and well.
Like, don't let physical things bog you down from having fun. Just because that photo was taken and your stomach rolled doesn't make you look any less beautiful.
Dude, literally, stomach roll. I have a thing about stomach rolls. I fucking love stomach rolls.
No, I know. You have like a thing for my tummy.
Yeah, I love people's bellies. Bro, every single boyfriend I've ever had, like, I love just like playing with their belly. And they're like, what the fuck are you doing? Yeah.
Bring the pouch, put the pouch out, bitch. I want to fucking see her.
When you like sit, like I'm wearing a dress right now, but like if I was like slouching, there would be stomach rolls. And am I fat? Am I fat? No. Would I be insecure about having stomach rolls, which everyone has because of your posture? No.
I literally have stomach rolls, and I'm not fucking fat. I'm like it's all fucking perception.
Yeah.
And I can assure you, celebrities cut their bodies to fit
up. They cut them up, bitch, and they Photoshop to the death.
I can assure you, not one photo from an A-list celebrity has not been
nuked
by
with like
some
Photoshop.
Kind of like editing software.
Yeah.
The lighting was edited. Maybe her waist was made a bit tinier.
Maybe her skin was blurred.
Hold on, can we make her eyes a bit more green?
Yeah.
These are the things that happen. So when you are a normal person living your life and seeing yourself in the mirror and not perfect lighting, or in your fucking pajamas that aren't matching and like from fucking Calvin Klein
or Victoria's Secret,
like of course you're gonna be like, wow, I'm not cool.
Yeah. Or wow, I'm not worth shit. But see, you cannot define your worth on physical or external things. Factors. I don't think so.
And the coolest people I know, they could wear a rag. And I'd be like, you ate.
Yeah.
Like I never thought that a rag could be worn like that.
Who's the coolest person you know? Name one person. Who's the coolest person you know?
I'm trying to think. Hold on.
Okay.
That like jaw-droppingly cool.
Yeah, just the one coolest person you know. there could, like, everyone in my life I deem very cool, but
No,
who's the
everyone
coolest?
is no. Like this is the thing.
Who's
I'm
the
like trying to
coolest?
chart out levels right now, and I'm not entirely sure. I've never ranked my friends on
In terms
level
of
of cool
coolness.
before.
Yeah.
Damn, I don't know. That's so hard. Like all my friends are so unique,
I know.
and that's what I think makes them cool.
Well,
so,
as I said, we know everyone in our personal lives we deem 100% cool.
they're sick
but like,
as hell.
who do you think?
I think you're pretty cool.
Aw, thanks. I think you're pretty cool too.
I'm trying to think of any like. I'm trying to think of someone that I'm like immediately every single fucking time jaw on the floor. You're so sick.
I'll say.
Yeah, who's yours?
I think the coolest person I know is my best friend in the entire universe, Solène.
Oh,
because
she's
not
so
only
cool.
do I find her the coolest, everyone who she meets is enamored with her. Like, because she just has such a magnetic, positive, warm, welcoming, inviting energy. She's just so authentic. She's so funny. She laughs like a maniac. She's just like awesome. And she's so funny. And she's not like, she's like, you know, like, and she can have internal insecurities, but she doesn't really like,
but she doesn't let them fucking make her less cool.
And she doesn't project them onto other people, which is what, like, who doesn't appreciate that?
No.
Like, you know, it's awesome. She's awesome. I love you. I know
I'd
you're
say
watching
probably
this.
one of the coolest people I know is Noah.
Word.
Because she is positivity basically to a dosage along the lines of heroin. Yeah. Like, I see her, whether it is pouring rain or nothing, the sun is shining. She is that positive and that bright and that marvelous.
And notice how these two people we have just mentioned ooze positivity and warmth, not negativity. And I think it's another important thing I wanted to mention when it comes to being a cool, magnetic individual, is that you exist in the world knowing you're not any better or any worse than anyone else. And by thinking so little of yourself internally, you're a bit narcissistic and self-absorbed for that, because you're thinking, oh, I have it so much worse than everyone else. No, bitch, you're the same as everyone else. Everyone is equal. So thinking negative about yourself is not like an attractive trait.
Get out of that fucking dumpster fire.
Like, yeah.
Like there's no good for you in there.
No.
Like it's very like it's remaining positive, and there's also this superpower that comes from people that reach a level of positivity and self-love and confidence that kind of makes them pillars for other people to lean on.
Yeah, and
like,
it's awesome. That's the most beautiful thing ever.
Like, I know if I slip up on a night and I get into like a little like, oh, I'm a bit in my head, I'm not as like fun as I usually
has her
am.
little freak out sometimes.
You know, like every once in a while I'll get overwhelmed for something like happening externally, overstimulated or something.
It's the tism.
The tism.
But
I'll go to my sick ass friends. I'll be like, hey, I'm overwhelmed. Can you carry the conversation?
Yeah.
And they will. And in that time, my fucking loading screen runs. 10 minutes later, I'm back on my feet and I'm having fun again. Yeah. And also, like, especially if you're introverted, don't be afraid of like taking breaks when you're at social gatherings. I'm so extroverted it hurts. We're both extremely extroverted people.
Yeah.
We feed off being in company.
Yes, love it. Literally to an unhealthy degree, which is a whole nother thing. We can talk about that another episode. But yeah, to like an unhealthy degree, I will be addicted to being around people to the point where if I'm not with someone, I will freak the fuck out.
No,
and that's
I'm the same.
Another thing. Yeah.
But like even me, freak fucking extrovert menace.
Yeah.
There are times where I'm like, hold on, I'm getting tired or overwhelmed or feeling some kind of way.
Is it?
Yeah, that's him.
How do you know?
His fucking gay ass walk.
Edward!
Told you. Sorry.
We were supposed to have a third person featuring on this podcast. I guess he can join. He can
Well,
join. He'll sit in the back.
This can also be a short episode. We have 35 minutes.
I want to continue though. I have more to say.
Okay, spit. But what was I saying? Oh, I'm not afraid to take breaks. If I get overwhelmed, I will literally go into the bathroom, maybe cry. He's so baby boy.
Hello, how are you? Oh hey, now we have
in frame. Get in frame.
Look how beautiful the setting is, though.
Look how gorgeous we look.
Okay,
Okay, introduce yourself.
I'm Edward. I'm
Don't cover the mic.
cover
Sorry.
the mic.
I'm very cool, and this is why they brought me on the
Yeah.
cool
He's
podcast.
professional.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. We were just
As
having
Alicia
deep
said, no,
talk.
it's a lovely setting. I'm a bit late, but it's better lighting now, I think.
We got that dusk lighting now.
The dusk
It's no longer
lighting,
golden
mm.
hour. Dusk. But yeah, what do you think? Okay. The bird noise.
That's what cool people do. They make
Yes.
a sound of.
Water? Oh no.
Yeah.
I have very little. We'll get to the actual water.
How did you get here? Bro.
Bike? He's famished.
My dad drove me.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
lit.
Okay, what were you saying before you were making a point?
I was like, oh, like if you ever get tired being like social or being fucking cool or like being your outward self or be like whatever's fuck.
Such a bro. Go on. Go on. Sorry.
You're so silly.
It's so annoying.
But yeah, if you ever like get tired, just fucking take a break. Like if you're like, I'm not being funny or myself or having amount of fun that I want, you can just leave. You can also just walk off and be quiet and have fucking screen time. Like it
To be
doesn't
cool
matter.
is to know thyself, and to know thyself, you must know
your limits
and
your boundaries.
What do you think makes a cool person?
Yeah. We've
I was
covered
actually
confidence.
just thinking about this recently.
Ooh. Spit.
And I was thinking about how like, you know, like there's like a spectrum of like how like based you are and how not based you are, like how much you care about how people like what people think of you, you know?
Yeah.
I think like so often like people think like being cool is like not giving a fuck what people think of you,
We said this
which
at the
I think is
beginning.
not. I think is
No,
not true.
caring is cool.
I think caring like to some extent is so much cooler.
Yeah, to the point where you don't destroy yourself, but like if
Yeah,
you
and
give
that
a
definitely
shit,
has to do with like
like-
knowing thyself.
like
as Alicia said.
but it was also like we touched on like being
She
cringe.
has her own mic, bro.
Well, that's
Where
true.
is your mic?
It's here, my little guy.
Make sure it's not covered by the.
No, it's right by my mouth. They can
Okay.
hear me. But like,
Wait.
but like we touched on like cringe being like made up, and like even like all those things of just like, well, if you can authentically show up and just give a shit, like the fact that you care about your hobbies is what makes them cool.
I think caring about things that you value and care about, as opposed to caring about other people's opinions, that's where the line differs.
Or caring about things that you think will make you cool for caring about them. It's like it's turtles all the way fucking down. You just have to pick things that you actually like investing your time into.
So what do you like investing your time into?
Like I'm a fucking nerd. I like fucking Dungeons and Dragons and podcasts and like
Clearly.
well, Dungeons and Dragons podcasts.
Oh,
like
word.
that's what I will do. I'll sit and listen to other people play D&D on the fucking train into school or whatever.
What do you invest your time into?
I like to listen to music
Yeah.
and to read books and to.
Last summer, I haven't seen this guy for like a year.
This
And
is the first time we're
as far-
seeing him.
You were making music last summer, no?
I was making.
Are you
I
still
didn't-
a
I didn't-
musician?
I didn't get much time to make it,
You got
but I have
busy?
been jamming with some friends recently, and we've been playing some music in new ways, which is.
What
which is fun.
instruments do you play?
I play the guitar and the piano.
Oh, a little off boy. The people that watched the last episode, this is the man that made us define the baby boy.
Oh yeah, you featured in our
category.
last episode.
Yeah, we spoke about you.
What are the different categories? I'm
Oh,
curious.
So
you have to watch that episode.
It's quick, whatever.
We'll pause.
Boyfriend, baby boy, baby girl, and you're in baby boy.
You are
You are
the one
the
that's
baby boy.
defying
Yeah.
baby boy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that was you. That was you. So that's him. So yeah.
Okay, well, any final
Like-
any final points?
One final point. I think it's like also not being afraid to try and
Fail.
suck.
Yeah, eat
Like-
shit. Eating shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not literally, but
You're
yeah.
brave. Like, you know what I mean? It's like go into that city and even if it fucking sucks, you tried.
Yeah.
Or like trying to learn a hobby that you are not good at. Like trying to learn drawing when you cannot draw. Yeah, you're fucking cooler than me because you're actually doing it. Even if you suck at it, you're doing it.
People who do things are cool.
Exactly. Have some initiative. Have some gusto. Have some whimsy. These are our tips. These are our tips. But anything else you want to add?
Any final words?
Come
on, you're very cool. Actually, when I met this guy, I was like, oh, he's so.
You are very cool.
Yeah, one of the coolest people. So go.
Like, yeah, tell us what you think makes you cool.
Yes.
Because we did that about ourselves.
I'm not doing that. I think I'm cool because.
Okay, go on. Yeah.
No, I think I do lots of things that I like to do. And like, I think I'm pretty authentic in that way. But
yeah, you just live for yourself.
That's true.
Just a guy.
Yeah.
Like.
But also, I think I think what makes me cool is like my friends. Like I think like I just like hang around like a lot
really
of
cool
like
people.
really just like people that like love themselves so much. So like it just like
that's
rubs off so hard.
But
that's exactly what we were talking about earlier.
If you're around good people, you probably are a good person and a cool
True.
person. If you think all your friends are like cool,
True.
That's gonna be so loud. But like, if you're surrounded by people you genuinely adore and look up to and wish you were more like, or just love being around, I can assure you, you're probably one of those people as well. Because it's very unlikely that someone that's cool would give you the light of day if you didn't give them that feeling back.
Oh my god! I'm sorry, I'm interrupting, but there's like the like coolest person I know.
Who's the jabroni now?
is like this guy that like is like obsessed with like Bruno Mars and like wears like skinny jeans that like have like patches on them, and like he's just like so into that it's just like you're like so
That's
cool,
so
like
cute.
you're like so
Like,
committed to the bit that it's awesome.
That's what I said, like commit to the bit, like actually do it. But like no, I'm like so like I will see people on the street and I'm like, you are so sick. You're wearing a wig and platform heels that are like taller than my head, and you're walking and I'm confused. Like, that's incredible. You're so sick. And it's just like, because I've never seen that, and that's so cool that you are, without blinking, taking up that space in the world, or like writing that into something that I saw today. Like, that's just that person.
I think another thing that makes people cool is like the pursuit of like new environments or new cultures or things, because like
being interested.
Edward is in Toronto and we were just in London, and those are like very cool cities, and there are cool people everywhere. Represent. There are cool people everywhere you look, like on the street, in a cafe, like everywhere. And so if you leave your fucking house and you interact with the world, I think that
you have to
you
just
cool
actually
cool
like
person.
I'm gonna say it again, have some joie de vivre, bro. Like, be interested. But like when you see something you don't understand, actually be like, wait, what the fuck? How does that work?
Be curious.
Like when someone says something like or says it, like down to like I will say words that my friends don't know, and they'll be like, what the fuck does that mean? And we'll sit and we'll just like talk about what that word means because they were curious enough to ask. Oh, there's a plane. Yeah.
I have another point.
Oh, word up!
Yeah.
You get the hang of it!
Yeah, look at you!
We threw him on the deep end and he got it!
Oi.
It's almost done.
You know we're going to Vietnam in 2 days?
Why? Like, just like...
For fun.
For shits. Yeah.
Wow.
All my savings.
For a month. Yeah.
I'm gonna be broke.
I'm going to Barcelona and then going to Brazil.
Lit! We almost went to Brazil.
We did almost.
That was the other.
Why not?
We had two variations of the plan. It was either Costa Rica and Brazil or Vietnam and Thailand. And we chose Vietnam and Thailand because it was cheaper. So.
Brazil's just too
okay, we're back.
We're back.
You have another point?
I have another point, and I think this will be my concluding point, and then Edward has another point. But just to reiterate, I think the warmer you are and the kinder you are to everyone around you, I think that's what makes you cool, because mean people suck and mean people are losers, and people who are judgmental and
so true,
not compassionate, no one wants to be around you, and you suck.
No one likes haters.
No one likes you. So yeah, be kind. That's my final point.
Be kind, be funny, and just be authentic. Don't let other people judge you. And if someone absolutely tears into you, like, you're like, I don't fucking like you. I don't know how you dress. You fucking suck.
Kendrick.
Yeah, poor Drake. He needs to buck up a bit. But like, the second you know you're actually cool and confident is if someone looks you dead in the eyes and says shit and like goes to tear you down.
No one can tell you anything.
If you don't fall and you actually just are like, oh, that's them talking to themselves. I'm okay, I'm cool, I'm fine, I love myself, and if you don't like my hair, or you don't like how I look, or what I'm into, or how I talk, or how loud my voice is, or how my accent hits your fucking ears, that's on you. I can't change that, I'm not gonna fight you and try and convince you I'm worth your time, because you're not worth mine.
No one who is cool or has any love for themselves would be a hater towards someone else, like, openly.
I literally can't hate people. It's such an ordeal. People will do vile things to me. I've had utter fucking menaces be in my life and actively ruin my days and actively try and ruin my days. I have met some serious ops in my time, and still I couldn't convince you I hate them. I can talk about them in a negative way and be critical and be like, yeah, that fucking sucks. They suck. Cannot with any vigor say I hate them, because I just realized that they are deeply lost and probably really insecure. But yeah, spit. You have your last point.
This is back to the whole authenticity thing we were talking about just before. I still have a few thoughts on that, because I think it's probably the same in London, but like Toronto's a big city with like so many different kinds of people, and everyone's always like trying to be like their own thing, which I think is stupid, because you can be the same as other people in many different ways, and that's just capitalism telling you to try and be different. But I think there's also like a lot of like forced authenticity, which is like such a misleading
like
thing.
Being like, I'm not like other girls.
Not like other.
But also like to like crazy extents where it's like, I don't know, like it's trying to like sell yourself in a way, which is so.
Wait, give an example.
Like a person.
No, I mean,
sure,
you can.
There are some people in Toronto that ring a bell, but like there's this guy who like clearly is like a bit insecure, which is fine. Everyone's insecure, like
in their
that's
own
like
ways.
Not like a negative thing, but like he overcompensates by like wearing like the most insane clothes ever, but also you can tell it's not in an authentic way, because like I just know like he does it for
like he does it for other people's attention. He's not doing it because he loves wearing those clothes.
Like a bit of both, and it's just like it just sucks for him.
Yeah.
But I mean,
but like you see, like you don't.
We've all been there, you know.
Yeah.
We've all been there. Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, it's like as long as you commit to something that makes you happy and you know that it actually genuinely makes you happy and you took the time.
And you're not doing it in a performative way.
No, and you're doing it for yourself. Like fucking, I went to the club with you earlier this year. It was the first time we ever went dancing together. And for no reason at all, I put fucking rhinestones on my eyes like I was in fucking Euphoria. We didn't match. I didn't do it for anyone else. I had an extra 20 minutes and I put fucking glitter on my face. And it made my whole night. I had the best time. So it's like, do those little things that make you happy. Like, buy that fucking ring, even if it's a few dollars too expensive. Or like, wear those, like that shirt that has a hole in it. It doesn't fucking matter. It has a hole in it. Yeah. You love it and you're comfortable in it. Just own that.
What a huge hole in my sweater. This is
It got chilly. Yeah.
To reiterate, and my final point is being cool, pursue the things that you want to, and don't give a fuck what anyone else thinks. When Edward was coming here, he was like, why the fuck do you guys have a podcast? And it's like, because we're cool, that's why. So, boom, mic drop.
I think we're done, folks.
I think we
have to do
media section.
Yeah.
Where you talk about media.
Okay, let's do our little thing. Media.
You have to join in with us.
Media.
Okay.
What's the media section?
We just talk about TV or movies.
Listened to recently.
Ooh, okay.
Or like a song you recommend.
Yeah.
So I don't have much.
Okay, you go.
Yeah, you start. You start us off.
I watched Challengers just the other day.
Oh, we talked about
Word!
challenges.
And shit bangs.
Yeah, it's
Shit
so
bangs.
Now we have.
It
I now I
fucks.
feel left out.
Sorry. I was-
No, you go. Go. Don't apologize.
Yeah,
It
just
was
like
lit.
I feel like there hasn't been like a sexy movie that's been pulled off like that in a while.
It's just so sexy.
Ooh.
It's so sexy, and also like I don't know, like I feel like I always like have been like trying to like rationalize like what makes a movie good, but like Challengers, like I just got it. Like it's just like so like intuitively like an awesome story.
Yeah.
Or
Like,
I'm just having fucking fun.
Yeah,
This
like, it's
rules.
just,
It's
like-
so much fun. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah. I had no idea what was going on when I was watching it. I was just like, I love whatever.
I'm in
I
it.
love whatever's going on right
Have
now.
the mic, babe. We
Oh,
can't hear you.
Sorry.
But what do you want to recommend? I have to think.
Oh fuck. Well, this is so embarrassing and lame, but like I was watching Suits last night.
yeah.
I don't actually like it that much, but it is like so
It's good.
mind-numbingly like
Yeah.
bad that like I like to have it in the background.
Brain rot TV.
Brain rot TV, similar to the show you were watching. That's brain
Yeah,
rot.
I was gonna say like this parallels my watching of The Rookie.
Yeah, which
Um,
is some like American.
The most American cop show drama bullshit I've ever
Propaganda.
watched. Literally propaganda.
Yeah.
But if you go in knowing that's what's up, you can just kind of have mindless fun that they're shooting guns at cars in the street, and it's like whoa. That is what I've been watching. I think I've like fully caught up now, which is lame. Because now I'm out of my brain rot TV. But do we want to recommend a song each?
Sure. Wait, have you watched anything else recently, or just Challengers?
Uh,
Your movies.
no, I haven't had much time to watch movies. in
Oh,
a
fair
long
enough.
time.
He's been busy.
Physics
He's
student,
been
right?
busy.
Physics.
Physics and philosophy.
Oh.
Nietzsche.
Damn.
What was I gonna say?
What were you gonna say? Do you have a song to recommend?
I do have a movie to recommend, and it's called Meantime, and the three of us star in it.
We've plugged it in every episode.
Watch it. Look up Meantime short film. It's the first thing that comes up.
Mm.
Have you seen it? Please tell me. Oh my god.
That's so funny.
Edward.
That's so funny.
I also like it's not like I don't want to watch it. It's just like I haven't
Had the
like
time.
got into it kind of thing. Like
It's an hour
I have
long,
been, like,
Edward.
so swamped.
It's
Like I like I should be doing stuff. Right? Like I should be working tonight.
Okay,
but
well
I'm
now
not.
you gotta.
I gotta study physics. My song recommendation is "If You Really Love Me" by Stevie Wonder.
Oh.
I've been loving some Stevie Wonder recently.
You know
and-
what? We'll let you cook on another one because you're music boy. We'll do ours and then you get double recommendations on songs.
No, I was just saying, listen to more Stevie Wonder because Stevie Wonder is wonderful.
We're plugging Stevie Wonder and that specific song by Stevie Wonder. My song.
If you really,
The room with us.
We're in a musical. My song recommendation is "Only a Fool Would Say That" by Steely Dan.
I love Steely Dan.
That song has been really ringing true for me in this horrible capitalist society, where you just gotta stay positive, King. Even that, I think it touches on the topic. Only a fool would say that. Hell yeah, happy one. I'm a happy fool. Shut up. Don't
Do you
fucking
know
rain on my
Asia?
parade.
Asia.
Like the
song.
continent?
Oh, the song by Steely Dan.
No, I've not like sat and gone through his discography.
It's their best album, and that's a banging song. It's so
Okay, well
good.
we also plug that.
Like, it's so good.
We plug that. Your turn.
I don't know what I can like.
You wanna go through Spotify?
It's okay. Biba Doobie just released a new song called "Take a Bite," and I love Biba Doobie, and I
Swag.
worship everything she does. And in London, I saw her in a bar, and she brushed my arm, and I've never been the same ever
I
since.
can't believe you showered.
Stan Biba Doobie. And "Take a Bite" is really good. It's like apple cider's sister. If you have also listened to that song by Biba Doobie.
Well, I think that's it for today, folks.
I hope you guys like the atmosphere.
It's gotten progressively darker as we've gone on. You've literally seen the sunset.
I hope they can hear the waves slightly. It's really
Yeah, for the ambiance.
Mm.
And I hope you liked our first ever guest.
Feature.
What?
Say your name again.
Edouard Savalle.
Oh,
Woo!
name, yup.
Now it's fine that we said it in the other
In the other-
episode.
Okay. I hope you guys enjoyed.
Yeah.
Keep in touch.
And we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.